Hey guys, this video is long overdue, but I wanted to share with you my results and experiences from doing my second 3-day refresh. So if you saw my first video, you know I did my first one last year around this same time. It was during summer. It had just been released at the Beachbody Coach Summit in Las Vegas. And I was so excited because many of you know that I love doing the Whole30, which is a great nutritional reset. But 30 days is a big time commitment and it takes a lot of planning. And just time overall, cooking all those meals. So when I saw this option for 3 days, I thought that is fantastic. That's something you could just whip out anytime, like even on a long weekend, just get it done, push the reset button and get back to your healthier habits. So last year the timing was perfect because we had been in Vegas and we didn't really restrict our nutrition too much. You know, we just enjoyed ourselves. And when we came back, we were definitely feeling a little bit bloated and lethargic, and just not as energized as we normally were with our healthy foods. So we did the refresh. I felt amazing the entire time, and I lost 3 pounds in 3 days. So that was really cool. As I mentioned in my video, the only tough part for me is I was a little bit hungry because it's a very low calorie plan. But for 3 days, like I said, it's very doable, very approachable. So I was a tad bit hungry, and it didn't help that I was on social media seeing all these fantastic food pictures. But overall, it was a great experience. So now I just finished my second 3-day refresh, and that was a week or two ago. And very consistent again for me. I lost 3 pounds in 3 days, which is pretty standard for me. My husband lost 6 pounds in 3 days. So you can see that it's a very quick way to kind of jumpstart your results, get you back in the swing of things. For me, it really helped me kind of get rid of that bloat I was feeling. And help my clothes fit better. And that's really why I did it. Again, most of you know me, I don't really do things for weight loss, but I was just kind of feeling in a rut, just kind of blah, like I needed to shake things up a little bit. And my body was telling me, hey, do a 3-day refresh. You know, that's a quick way to just kind of turn things around. And so again, it was a great experience. One thing I found a little bit easier this time, one thing I found a little bit harder this time. So I actually felt like my hunger was even easier this time. The first time I felt a little bit hungry, not as bad as I thought. This time was even less so. I was completely fine. And I think it's because I was very conscious about spacing my meals. I tried to make sure that I wouldn't have, you know, a huge 6-hour gap between the different meals that you have. So I tried to space it out, and I really did not feel hungry whatsoever. So that was a great bonus this time. The hard part for me was I actually had a dull headache the entire 3 days. And if any of you have done a cleanse or a detox, you know that that can be a very common symptom. It happens even on the Whole30. They even have a phase called the hangover phase, and you just feel really run down. So that was the hard part this time, is that I had that dull headache. Now what was weird is I felt super energetic from the neck down, like I could just feel the energy buzzing through my body. But my head was just kind of keeping me from really enjoying it. So that is one reason this time I did not work out. My first refresh, I actually was doing PiYo because they recommend if you do exercise that you kind of scale it back. You don't want to be running a marathon or trying to do insanity or anything like that. You need something more low impact because your body doesn't have a ton of calories coming in. So I had fully anticipated to be doing more PiYo this time around, but even though my body felt great and wanted to work out, my head was just not allowing me to do it. So I kind of took the 3 days just as a complete rest from physical activity. So that was the harder part this time, but overall, again, a great experience. I love that I can do it in 3 days. After the 3 days, my headache went away. I was kind of back on track. My clothes, like I said, were fitting better, and that was great. And it just kind of propelled me into wanting to keep up my healthy habits. So that's a little bit about my experience the second time around. I would like to continue doing the 3-day refresh, but a little bit more frequently. A year between them is a little bit too long for me. So I can't wait to do the next one. If you're ever interested in doing a 3-day refresh with me, let me know, because I would love to have support partners. We can even put together a little group for it. But again, love the 3-day refresh. I'm back on track. Kind of broke through that rut that I was feeling, and I'm feeling amazing and definitely wanting to tackle my workouts and keep my nutrition habits up. So that's my experience. If you have questions, please post them below in the comments or message me. And I hope you all are taking care of yourselves today. Talk to you soon. Bye.